Hey guys, Rochelle here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So, I made another deck. And this one is called the Divine Divination Companion Deck. Get up closer. The reason that I made this deck is because I like to do a lot of work that has to do with like ancestry work and past life work, and eventually I'll probably get into like twin flame work and soulmate stuff, soulmate contracts, stuff like that. That's also the kind of stuff that I want to really look for when I'm doing astrology as well in the future. So I've been interested in like past life regression stuff since the early 2000s because I had heard about it through Sylvia Brown, like way back in the day. And I wanted to get a past life regression from her. However, there was a line, I think, I should say a waiting list in order to get a reading from her. And it was like, I don't know, 9 months, 10 months, something like that. But it also cost like $900. So it was like a pipe dream then, because at that time I was much younger. We were much younger as a couple, and we had little kids, and we just did not have the money for those kind of things. Now I probably could have done it. Still, it's not like, you know, I mean, $900 is still a lot of money for something like that. But I do think that there are gems to be found in that kind of work. So I created this deck as a supplement deck. And I first made this one. And this is the back. And it's the Infinity, because that's exactly what I think of with reincarnation and that we are eternal beings. That's also why I'm so connected to like the Ankh, because I believe that the Ankh is, and I just got done making a comment about this, that I believe that the Ankh was a symbol that was used as far as for like eternal life, because it was either some sort of technology that was used, or it was some sort of spirituality that was used in order to retain your memories from life to life, hence giving you eternal life, thereby breaking you out of this system so much sooner, this matrix system, because you have the ability to hold on to your past life memories so that you keep that wisdom from life to life. Because when you think about it, even if you're looking at the Bible, okay, it talks about our ancients living 1,000 years. And then after the flood, it was like 120 was the max. And you know, most people don't even live, not even close to that long. So how much spiritual evolution can we get? That's why I feel like reincarnation, it's almost like a trap. We have to keep on reincarnating in order to evolve ourselves. But we live such a short period of time. And if we don't remember our previous lives and the things that we learned from that, anyways, I am like way off track. I'm sorry. But I mean, really, I'm not. But I wanted to show you why a deck like this and why that kind of work is so important to me. So I started off with this deck. And I quickly realized it was not big enough. I didn't include enough stuff. This is in linen, and it's a little mini size. It's just a little bit slightly bigger than the light seers in a tin. So, let me show you the new one. This one just came in today. I've been waiting. It takes forever at Make Playing Cards, it seems like, especially when it's a brand new one. So, I don't even remember how many cards are in this. It's a lot. I think it's 100 and... You know what? Let me pause and I'll count them. Okay, so with the title card, it's 128 cards. I couldn't remember. So let's just get into it. And as I'm showing you, then you'll see why I call this a Divine Divination Companion Deck. So it's meant to be used with, along with the other divination that you are using, like tarot, oracle, whatever. So that's just a title card. As I showed you, those are the backs. The infinity or lemniscate. So this can actually be broke up into several different decks. Okay. So the first ones we have here are, and these are not in order, which I should have put them in order. This is just how they came. I don't even know if you can see what's on here, but I have months, I have seasons, so here's May, November, June, March, autumn, August, April, December, divine timing, February, July, January, October, September, summer, spring, this month, sorry if it's blurry, this month, this year, winter, within days, within months, and within years. So this is all timing. So trying to gather a time period. So this section is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 22 cards. Now, sticking with that same theme, I have created more cards. 1st century, 2nd century, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all the way up to the 20th century. Okay, so every century. And then I've also got classical era, the Iron Age, the Bronze Age, and the Stone Age. So that, I believe, is what, 24? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, 24 cards. Now that can be used for ancestry work, that can be used for mediumship work, that can be used for past life work, that can be used for like also past life with like trying to find lives that you were with, like your soulmate and or your twin flame, that kind of work. So keeping with the same theme, I have like continent cards. There was entirely too many countries to go beyond what I've done here, which is Russia, Africa, Europe, India, North America, other, that's like, so it could be like island also, South America, unknown today, so like some sort of lost civilization, Australia, or something that has sunk, you know, below, like Atlantis, let's say, Central America, and China, which is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the beautiful thing about this, and this is what I was thinking, with these cards, you can narrow down roughly what part of the earth, if it was on the earth. Other could also be, let's say, an incarnation on a different planet or a different existence altogether, like a different dimension or different galaxy, who knows. But if it is one of the continents, then you can get a map of the continents and use a pendulum. So, or, yeah, a pendulum, you know, get different, like, create pendulum boards or a map, whatever. So, another area that I went into now is going into detail with people. So, I've got new person, acquaintance, coworker, enemy. These can be used anytime. Child. These can be used in past life. These can be used as just a supplement to a regular tarot reading. Friend. Family. These can be used in the craft, trying to narrow down where an energy came from, kind of thing, you know. Lover, soulmate, sibling, parent, partner. That could be a business partner. That could be also a same-sex partner, or a social group partner. You know, that's why I put lover and partner. Twin flame, watcher, because we are now in an age of social media. So it could be somebody that watches you, right? And it could be a spouse. I really wanted to be able to narrow that down a little bit, and I continue to do that with more cards, you'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. In that category. Then we've got this category over here. So if it did fall on family or sibling or parent, this little supplemental deck will help you even go further than that. So female, and if you're trying to know like an actual gender, right? Daughter, grandmother, mother, aunt, and then male, son, grandfather, father, uncle, cousin. Then I also go beyond that with different kinds of contacts that are not just people. Ancestor. So this can also be used in dream work. All these can really. So ancestor, angelic, ascended master, deity, elemental, extraterrestrial, God. Keep in mind, you determine what that means to you, okay? Higher self, goddess, interdimensional, jinn, spirit guide, demonic, and the Akashic. So you just determine what kind of information that you are getting or where the source is coming from with this little supplemental part. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards. So it all falls into this area with contacts and people, right? So then we've got the next set that has to do with your simple yes and no questions. So we've got probably, yes, absolutely, maybe, most definitely. If you're somebody that does a lot of like quick readings and you need to be able to get to the answer quickly, this is the perfect kind of deck for that. No, not yet. And that's where the timing can come in as well, right? Not likely, never, sure, and unsure. So this little small supplemental is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 cards. And then we have our last little area. This one has to do with emotions and why. So why is somebody acting that way? Why did somebody do that? Why did you do that? This can help in any of the above kind of or mentioned kind of readings that I've talked about, but also in your own, shadow work and stuff. So we've got angry, fearful, compassion, hate, depressed, sad, fulfilled, envious, excited, happy, jealous, love, worry, triggered, satisfied, passion, and proud. So that is the whole deck. And so I purchased this artwork because I thought it was absolutely beautiful and it can be used for commercial items. I absolutely love, they were all separate artworks. And there was like 10 of each. So within these, you'll see that they're mixed around. I've used the same 10 images for each one of those in various, for various ones. But I love the flowers, and I thought that it would go good with some of our decks. So I'm going to pull out some pairings just to show you. So one of the first ones I thought of was one of the decks that I absolutely love. I got this kind of as a replacement for the Delphic or the Delphic Tarot or the Tarot of Delphi. That's what it is, because that's like, I can't get it. But so I found this on, I believe, Make Playing Cards, and it really like took care of that itch for me. So I thought, look at how good these could look with it. Essentially, that's what it is, right? Oops. Are we in now? I think so. I'm just showing with the different piles. There's no sense of, because they're so similar, right? I think the florals just really go good with so many different kinds of decks. So there's that one. So one of the areas that I also want to go into, which is why I made a deck like this, which is the Shades of Love Oracle, is because I'm going to be doing readings. More readings. Love, which predominantly is the most purchased kind of reading, right? At least on the hotlines and stuff like that. So, and to use in conjunction with people that do readings on the hotlines, and because the majority are love related and twin flame readings and soulmate readings, I thought these would be a perfect complement to a deck like this. And of course, we've got other ones too. Nobody says just because these all come in one deck that you have to use them all and shuffle them and use them all for the reading. They're specifically for certain areas that you're trying to get more information on. And I just thought that they looked so good together. The flowers, it's very much my aesthetic. So there's that one. Another one that I wanted to pair it with is the Victorian Romantic Tarot. It just works. I think it just works. And I could see really using this deck for past life readings. And that's why this is a companion deck that has several different specialties within the deck that can be used for specific types of readings or getting to quick answers. So that's another deck. So another one that I thought that this would look really good with is the Revival Art Tarot. It's just such a romantic, beautiful, you know, that kind of artwork, like revival art, you know, Renaissance. It's just so beautiful. It's like honestly, my number one type of artwork. And I can see so much past life stuff in this kind of artwork. It just speaks, probably because I've watched so many movies. Like I've said before, when I'm doing readings, like certain scenes from movies that I've watched or something that I've read and I had that kind of image in my head, it pops in my head. So, and especially when I'm doing like past life readings and ancestry and stuff like that. Because in my mind, I'm always like setting the scene. I see the scene in my head. So I thought that it would look really good with the revival art. And I wasn't wrong. I've got so many more decks to show you. Following in that same kind of artwork line, you know, one of the decks that I absolutely fell in love with from 2023 was Tarot of Aphrodite by Natasha Fromm. And, you know, I will say, at first I was going to get the second edition too of this, and I decided against it because, and I don't normally say this, and I don't say this lightly, but I love that there is more border on this. I love that it's more pink. It's like a deeper hue of pink. And I even like the pretty pink gilding. Copper is my favorite metal, and I loved the coppery bronze that was on the other gilding, but I still think this is the better edition. I'm pleased with it. But tell me that does not look fabulous. Flowers just makes everything better. and all the colors. You can also associate all these colors with the chakras if you wanted to, but I didn't use them in that way for this. But I think this just looks beautiful together. Absolutely beautiful. And I know people are probably going, oh my gosh, everything's so uneven. It's just impossible for me to make it all even, so. I mean, not impossible, but more effort than what I want to give to it, so. Is that not just stunning? It turns any tarot deck that you love, even something like this, into a wonderful deck for past life, ancestry, mediumship, love, of course, twin flame. Yeah, beautiful. So another one I thought it might look good is the Muse Tarot. This one a little bit more different, but you know what? I still think it works because of the colors, right? It's not my favorite, but I think it still works. And all the decks that I have here are strictly tarot decks to show you. Granted, I already think that you can pretty much make any deck into like a past life or any of those kind of readings that I have mentioned. But some, for me, with this artwork, just seem to work better. So another one that I wanted to try is the Modern Love Tarot by Athene, which is really very much a, you know, love reading deck. It's all about love, so, and relationships, really. So I thought this might go with it. It's not like the other ones, but I think it works. So another one I thought of is the Lovely Ladies Tarot. And because of the colors, I thought it would be a beautiful, because this is a very, obviously, it's the Lovely Ladies. It's a very girly, female-oriented deck. So that as a supplement to kind of even bring in more like male energy as far as if you're using it for certain kinds of love readings, ancestry readings. Essentially, you can also with a deck that's pretty and fun like this because it just works. Very, very girly readings. Love that. Sisterhood readings, right? So another one I thought of is the Destiny deck, The Art of Tarot by Lisa Santine. This was, I believe, and I've said this before, my very first Kickstarter a few years ago. And I think this just looks so good with the florals. Granted, I think almost everything looks good with the florals, but I'm kind of partial to these beautiful flowers, right? And all the beautiful colors. But do you see how it just supplements this with that? Oh, hell yeah. So pretty. So another one I thought I would try is the Tarot of Mystical Moments. That one. Oh gosh, that's beautiful. This is like very dreamy and ethereal. And so I thought that it would look really, you know, like it says, mystical. But it looks so good with these. Obviously, these are my opinion on what looks good, right? What doesn't. Art is in the eye of the beholder, so what I like, you might not like, and vice versa. But I'm just showing you examples of what, you know, just in my, decks, what I thought would look really good with this. And I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even doing Oracle. I'm only doing tarot for this. But you can supplement with Oracle decks as well. And I could think of quite a few that would look good with this as well. So another one that I thought that it might look really good with is Our Tarot by Sarah Shipman. And although this is a little bit smaller deck, I would probably use it like, you know, with two, but just to show you the variation of colors and how it could work with this deck. Wow. I like it. I think it works. Beautiful. So that's one. I've got two more to show you that are kind of in the same kind of. So the next one that I'm pairing it with is the Goddess of Love Tarot. Look at that. I do like it. However, it's not my favorite. It's probably the red. If that was more of like a burgundy, but then it wouldn't look the same. But I do think it works. Just not, it's just not my favorite. But man, this is an awesome deck. And I've got one more. The last one is the Rosebud Tarot. I like it. I love this deck. I was looking at it, and there had been a mention of it in the Amethyst Ascension family group. Somebody had brought it up, and I'm like, for some reason, I just haven't purchased it yet, but I've almost bought it a few times. Well, my husband is in that group, and he's seen that. And we got a package one day, which is no big deal because we always have packages coming in. But I wasn't expecting any packages. And I'm like, what'd you get? You know, maybe I thought something for his fish tank or whatever. He goes, it's for you. I got it for you. I'm like, oh, okay. So, and it was this deck. He said, I seen the the post and decided to get it for you. It had come across my feed. So, the Rosebud Tarot, I think it looks great. So, what do you guys think? What was your favorite pairing? Gosh, for me, I really liked the Destiny deck. I really liked that one with it. I thought it looked really good. I loved the Tarot of Aphrodite with it. I loved the Tarot of Mystical Moments with it. I loved the Romantic Rebellion, or I can't ever, Beautiful Rebellion. I liked the Revival Art and the Victorian Romantic with it. And I loved them all. So thank you for spending this time with me. Now, I don't have this particular deck on, not for sale yet. If I was going to put it on sale, I wasn't sure. I wanted to get your feedback on whether or not you even liked a deck like this. I'm going to use it in my practice, and I purchased it, I created it for use in my practice. Is it something that you think you would also like to use in your practice, or a deck like this? So let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I am sending you love always.